Yo, what's going on, world? You guys know me, Rico Chapple, fashion designer here in Atlanta, Georgia, fashion designer for 20 years. Yesterday on the Breakfast Club, a designer, an amazing brother, uh, and pretty much he's been coined the first designer to really step out publicly, even though I've been talking about this shit for years, publicly on a national platform talking about the current situation of black designers. And he pretty much said, which I will roll the video, that the problem with black owned business and black designers specifically are black people. And he goes on to say and give an example of a celebrity calling him saying, "Oh, I love the brand, yada 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 yada. Send me some merch." Black
The
businesses
biggest
don't
threat
need
to
free.
black-owned designers and black-owned businesses is black people.
Ooh, break that down.
For instance, I get a lot of celebrities hit me up. Like just recently, I'm not even going to say the dude's name because I'm not going to disrespect him, but he said, yo, I F with your brand. I love what you're doing. Yo, black-owned, I got your back. Send me some merch. Like, so I hit him back because one thing about me is I don't care how famous you are. Like, yo, and I told him, this is what I told him back. No disrespect. I said, listen, black owned doesn't mean free. You know what I'm saying? So the problem with us is that, like you was asking the question, you was like, but what if a black owned brand came out and he had the glasses and the quality was the same as what you have, right?
Yeah. He
The
make watches too?
I make everything. Everything I have on from head to toe, it's all me. Like I design
Wow.
watches, underwears, everywhere, socks, shoes, everything. Because one thing about me is I never wanted anybody to tell me like, you can't do
Posted
that.
it on my page, and at the time it got over 4,000 views on this one video, and at the time it had like 60 comments, and I was just reading the comments of people. I got to tell y'all my matriculation into the fashion industry and where I am when it comes to different celebrities, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Almost 20 years ago, let's just say 19 years ago, I moved to Atlanta making crazy money. My first video that I did, I got paid coming in the door $1,000, $2,500 a pop. I was styling for magazine shoots, Smooth Magazine, Black Men Magazine, 500 to 1,000 with a wardrobe budget. People was certain brands, bigger brands was sponsoring. Any celebrity that came to me, they always paid. They always paid. From a Janelle Monáe, paid. From a Niecy Nash, paid. From a Fantasia, from a Candy Burris to a Carrie Hilson. You name it, they paid me unless it was a borrow from a stylist. But even when I let the stylist borrow, such as a Jason Bolin or a Sean Melson, it was always some type of compensation going on. And I was able to build my brand. I was able to build stores, build warehouses, what I'm in now. I was able to come out of my kitchen sewing or come out of my dorm room sewing in Nashville, Tennessee, move to Atlanta to get a big old house, to get stores, get warehouse, etc. As Project Runway came into the picture, and all of these designer shows, and people have learned how to show in this social media platform. So you got nobodies that became famous. Now everybody wants to clout chase and give their product. Look, I'm at my warehouse in daytime, and they're doing some lawn. They're doing some lawn work out there, so that's why you hearing all the stuff that's going on. I normally don't even do videos during the daytime, but I felt like it was time. This was an emergency and it had to be talked about. So people start giving things away to celebrities. Even when I deal with the current celebrities like Anini Leakes and Marlo Hamptons and all those girls, I get paid because I feel like my work is a certain quality. So therefore, you have to pay for it. And just think, I was having I'm gonna go back and forth. I was having a strategy meeting with my team, and she was just like, one of my assistants was like, you need to get your clothes on these new girls, and was naming all these names. And I said no. And then she was even naming prestige clients such as Michelle Obama, Oprah Winfrey, and all these girls. And I said, it's just no shade. They all know who I am. They all have had conversations. Oprah's team called me to do some alterations for her. I had to say no because I was in New York doing Fashion Week at the time. I hated it. I missed it because it was an opportunity to get myself in the door because Oprah pays. Michelle Obama has had conversations about me. I know not only her makeup artist, I know her hairstylist. The stylist kept me from dressing Michelle Obama, which one of my good friends in the industry is dressing her now. So when that time comes, I will dress Michelle Obama. But me going to them is like, hey, I want you to wear my clothes. I want you to wear my clothes, and I want you to pay me $5,000. It don't work like that. So when they come to me, I'm going to sit and I'm going to wait it out, because all the celebrities that have come to me have paid me well. And something that you guys don't realize, I have a cult following when it comes to fashion. I have clients that I've had for 20 years. They pay me what I ask for. Pay me what I ask for. That's why you don't see me, hold on. That's why you don't see me running around here dressing all these girls, because I get paid. Reading a lot of comments, I think y'all don't know how the game works. With this whole fast fashion thing and all these people trying to get on, this fast fashion thing, everybody trying to get on. When back in the day, I could make a custom swimsuit for $200, $300. Now you can go to Walmart and get a swimsuit, throw some rhinestones on it from Michael's for $10. That's why I don't even do stuff like that no more. Rico, why you don't do this and why you don't do it? It's just not even worth my time. And something that you have to realize, a lot of people have to realize, what works for white people don't work for black people. We need you to buy black brands. If you look in your closet now and your closet is not 50% of any black brands, from underwear to socks to t-shirts to bonnets to shoes to purses, we're losing the race. We're losing the freaking race. Somebody just pulled up. Guess that's one of my interns. That when you see these, if you're going to be black, this all the way around, when you on the carpet, when the red carpet's at the Emmys, when you at the Golden Globes, and you're talking about the empowerment of black people in general, don't just be half-stepping. And when you're wearing a Versace or Elie Saab gown, etc., etc., etc. So let me explain something to you guys. What works for white designers don't work for black designers. What works for white people don't work for black people, period, in any other race. How we are going to make it in the black fashion industry, if our celebrities don't endorse us without us paying them, you're just gonna have to take one for the people. You're just gonna have to take one for the people. If you are not endorsing us, if Beyonce is not endorsing us, once Beyonce wears something, the rest of the world, we are in the game to wherever our black celebrities do, other races and other cultures follow us. Just imagine if all our major celebrities wear and really patronize black designers. Not no free shit. We talking about purchasing. What it would do for the black community. Not only will we be able to get dental insurance, because y'all know my teeth is real fucked up right now, okay? Health insurance. We'll be able to have life insurance plans to leave our generations money to start their own brands and start their own businesses. We'll be able to have our own schools. And when you look at white fashion, when you look at the Hennessy Group, when you look at Louis Vuitton, when you look at Gucci, who buy the most Hennessy? Black folks. We are supporting their brands. When you look at the number one buyers of Christian Louis Vuittons, that's flossing all on Instagram. I can sit out here and name several black shoe designers that no one knows nothing about. That's way better than Christian Louis Vuittons, but you want to clout and you want to take your wedding photos like this. You and your wife. Because y'all want to show that y'all have money for buying these brands. We're seeking the validation of other people, and we don't have to do that. I can go on and on and on about this. I said this shit 2-3 years ago, and I got nailed to the cross. I got nailed to the cross talking about other designers, and designers calling other white designers calling niggas, and why we still supporting this designer, and why we're not, why we're in this whole movement of black people supporting this. And I got nailed to the cross. But I'm gonna tell you how Rico Chappelle sustains. I keep my foot down. I believe in what I believe in, and I don't let shit walk out of this door. And now, if I got it already, you wanna, and you're a major celebrity that's gonna pull some whatever. You pay for shipping, and I want my shit back. That's a different story. But if I have to make you this $10,000 dress for a scratch, baby, I'm gonna go out of business. You and 10 other girls come around want $10,000 gowns, and I'm sitting up here can't provide any assistance to my sister or to my brother's child or to my family just to get a name. Somebody said to me like, "Oh, you're not in the media right now. What's going on?" Baby girl, if I wanted to get into in the media right now, I can make phone calls to pretty much anybody in the industry and send them some stuff. But no, I'm not. I'm focusing on the prize and on the goal of building my brand, and I cannot build my brand of giving stuff for free. And they was just like, "Oh, giving stuff for free is you get your followers and you get this and you get advertising." Baby girl, it doesn't work like that. 9 times out of 10, when you look at the following of the housewives in general, most of the following can't afford what those girls wear. Let's just be absolutely clear. Like, for example, I put Marlo in a dress for Super Bowl, and it was really for shits and giggles. We was playing around. We was having fun making this dress. The dress alone, the fabric was $300. So the least I had to pay the least I had to sell that dress for is $900. I sold one of those dresses. So, and then a lot of celebrities don't want to wear the lower end tier clothing where I actually make a lot of money from. They don't want to wear that lower end, their lower tier brand. And so you kind of, God, girl, so now you want to crank up your lawnmower right by the door. So look, y'all, at the end of the day, listen to the message. Listen to this message, and I'm coming to y'all humble as I possibly can. And y'all probably say, "Oh, Rico Chappelle is arrogant." Baby, I'm not arrogant. I'm very confident in what I do. I am an amazing fashion designer. Y'all can say what y'all want to say, but I know I am good at what I do. If that's the case, I would have sustained for 20 years. And I've seen a lot of people drop out of this industry. A lot of my peers. A lot. And they are still dropping out. And they still making plans to even leave, going back to school, teaching, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, as they get old, honey. Like, and I make a joke out of it and laugh. But it's serious. It's serious than y'all think. Support your black brands. I'm making it a point to doing a video next month about where you can find all these black brands. So black brands that if you want to be promoted for free, because here's the thing, buy me and still post me on Instagram. Buy me and still post me on Instagram. Don't buy me and not post me. Buy me just like you bought that Chanel bag that you paid $2,000, $3,000 for, and post me. Is it that hard? And it don't even take no money for you to even say, "Hey, support." Let's take Rico Chappelle out of the situation, because y'all gonna say, "Oh, he's making a video all about him, etc." Let's talk about that little brother that's down the street that's struggling. Buy that man clothes, buy his t-shirts, buy his shoes, buy his socks, and still post him. And I got several videos on YouTube that talks about people not supporting black designers, but you want them to do this custom look, but you don't give them credit on your Instagram. Black people, okay, I get it. I'm reading Dapper Dan right now, and he talks about, in all his interviews on the Breakfast Club and all this stuff, about being, we're only 163, 64 years out of slavery. We was enslaved for what, 400 years. We still got about 200, 300 more years before it clicks in our head that wants, for example, I have a designer friend, I have a fabric store. A designer friend buys 50 yards of fabric from me. She makes these amazing outfits. I'm able to patronize other black vendors as far as clothing, belts, whatever. So that money has been in our community for several weeks now. But if she would have went to Koreans, it would have been out of our hands, out of our communities. Like, I can go on and on and on. I need to wrap this video up. Support us. That's all we asking you to do. We shouldn't have to, it's not even about, evidently, it's not even about paying you to support the brand and promote. If that's what y'all want to do, but don't call us and ask us for free clothes so you can post us on Instagram. We need things. We need, how you expect us to make these amazing clothes? 10 yards for a silk gown. How you think we're going to compete with these major brands? Look in your closet. If over half your closet is not of a black designer, we're losing the race. We're losing this. If y'all always say, oh, black designers matter, black lives matter, but do it really matter? Do black designers matter? Or we don't count? You know, and this goes, tag a Tracy Ellis Ross, tag all these celebrities and Janelle Monáe's. I mean, which she supported black designers early in her career. What's going on now, sis? Let's really crack down. If you're gonna be for the people and for the movement of women, because it's all this black girls rock and all that. And girl, you know y'all need clothes. And my whole thing is, my favorite motto that my mom always used to say, you pay the cost to be the boss. So if you want to step in the shoes of celebrities and you have to make these appearances all over town and you run around here trying to get clothes for free, no ma'am, sis. Miss me with all that. Miss me with all that. I feel like I'm missing some stuff in this video. Let's have a conversation in the comments. I really do feel like I'm missing a lot of stuff in this video because it was just a lot of distractions. Intern came in, the lawnmower's going on, and all that good stuff. Let's just have a real general conversation. If you don't got a lot of black brands in your closet, you don't even need to comment. I'm just gonna be real. I want to hear from people that really understand what's going on with this whole white and black thing, because we already know if my skin was, if the Caucasian race, we all know where I would be a lot further. And y'all can say, oh, he talked too much and he's just so controversial. Yes, I am, because I want y'all to wake up. So shouts off to Mr. Carter. Is it Devlin or Devin or Devlin or something like that, because it's Devlin Carter. Shout out to you, brother. I will be purchasing something from your website. I was on there last night. Seeing what I want. I want a pair of shoes. I think it's a sample. So on that note, I love you guys. Support the brand. Buy a t-shirt. It's something for all price ranges.
What sales psychologists have to say about selling to the Negro.
The secret of selling to the Negro is expressed in one word. That word is recognition. Now, there's nothing unusual about that. People want to be recognized. They need recognition. That's basic in all of us. But perhaps because he's had so little of it, the Negro needs even more. He needs to feel important and appreciated. This need is a very real and important one. It shows up even in many of the Negro's shopping habits. Anyone who sells or wants to sell to the Negro customer should know about some of these habits. 3 habits in particular play a big part in every sales transaction. To begin with, most Negroes buy by brand. They ask for products by name. They're quick to turn down off-brands. Do you wonder why? Well, listen to what this customer is thinking.
That last hat I bought just didn't hold up at all.
You see, for a long time, the Negro has been sold a lot of shoddy, second-class merchandise. So now he asks for name brands in order to make sure he gets his money's worth. Buying by brand, that's the first important Negro buying habit. Now for the second. The Negro buys good quality merchandise. Symbols of quality and prestige are very important to the Negro customer. This woman, for example, is buying fine crystalware. But she is also buying the admiration and approval of her friends and relatives. Listen to her thoughts.
My, isn't it beautiful? I can hardly wait to show it to Sally and Joan.
It's a well-known fact that many Negro customers are influenced by the opinions of others. What their friends think of a certain item often decides whether or not the sale is made. So remember, the Negro buys quality merchandise. That's the second important point. And here's the third thing to remember when selling to a Negro customer. When he specifically asks for one thing, don't try to sell him something else. Don't try to switch him at the point of sale. If you do, he'll probably react something like this.
Doesn't he think I've got the money to pay for it?
There's a reason for this reaction. Again, because he's had experience with cheap merchandise, the Negro resents being offered a substitute. He wants to be sold on quality, not price. The Negro buys by brand, he buys quality, and he doesn't like to be switched at point of sale. These are the keys to selling the Negro customer.